So I'm trying to learn this ball because for college, this is definitely gonna be a ball. It'll be really good.
How many people are on their team?
Oh, there's a good amount.
Wow.
Um, I mean, varsity's 8. I think there's multiple JVs, and then there's varsity girls, JV women, maybe a JV2 woman. If they get more this year, but there's like 5 teams.
Oh, okay.
And then with the like varsity guys, like I was already like in the transfer process after the season. Before I visit, like before I visited and everything, and then they go win the national championship.
Hmm.
So the team's like insanely stacked right now,
Okay.
but I do feel like when I'm paired up next to them, um, there are times where I am definitely better than like half the team. I will next to them anytime, then like I'll look over, I'm like, wow, I can be in there for them and bring more score. So we're gonna see what happens.
Practice rocking your shoulders open.
Open.
Yeah, as the ball comes through, allow it to, yeah, get into position.
I think this now can see better. Yeah, I just haven't bowled in a while, so I wanted to get back with you and talk with you and see you guys are doing stuff as well.
How was the wedding?
Oh yeah, it was pretty cool. There, there was like the chance of rain and stuff like during like the ceremony, like when they're outside. It was outside for like the actual like the part. Um, and did not rain, so that was good. And then they let out their dogs. The dogs came like running down the whole grass. It was like a big field. They came running down all the grass straight to like where it happened. Um, everyone loved that part. It was super cute.
Hmm.
Like yeah, there was a bunch of food. Um, lots of people too. Lots of people there. There was a whole bunch of tables just loaded. Um, there was some of her friends from Virginia. For guys like when we went to the mall or something one day, see her friends. We saw them. Um, I was happy to see them. I didn't realize they'd be there. But you were busy, right? So you couldn't go.
What's that?
You were busy during that time of the wedding, right?
Yeah, yeah. And it's hard. It's hard for me to really kind of get away, especially when we'll be, like we're flying out tomorrow to go to Minnesota.
Oh, hey, my brother's there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Um, his name's Braden McCorkle.
Huh. Okay.
I'm not. He looks sort of like me. Um, his form is kind of like how I was when we first met
Oh, okay.
a little bit.
Okay. So we're gonna try to ramp up a little bit. So when when the ball swings back, I want your two shoulders, um, and your shoulder, your head, and your shoulder all line up on your swing plane. Okay. So it's gotta rotate back. Yeah.
Okay.
So that way, and your shoulders have got to drop down onto your swing planes. So you're gonna have to add some spine tilt there too. Yeah,
Okay.
they should all line up. So you're gonna have to
Are
swing
they
it,
not aligned
otherwise
right
it's gonna
now?
feel weird. Huh?
Are they misaligned like right now? Like in what way?
Um, like there's the left shoulder is a little bit to the left, and then your head, and then your shoulder is slightly right of your head. So we're just trying to get it all to line up. Yeah, go ahead and swing it. I was gonna when it swings back. Yeah, like that. More swing. But you see how your torso will kind of line up if
Yeah.
if you loosen up a little bit.
Yeah. Huh.
That'll help you to let the ball kind of rock.
Yeah. I've been struggling to feel that.
Yeah, and it's because you don't. I think you're too stiff. Now that you're naturally swinging it, right? You have to loosen your shoulders up, so otherwise, it doesn't allow the ball to shoulders to get where they want to go. If that makes sense.
Yep. I see what you mean. I could definitely feel the difference too. All right, I'll try to do that. And definitely just kind of hard.
Oh, there you go. That's better. Because we're going to slowly ramp it up, where eventually, when it gets to the top of your swing, the left shoulder will be a little bit lower than your right shoulder. So you're going to create like a slope down. Yeah, like that. It won't be that drastic, but it'll be like that.
Yeah. I'm going to Iron Max. You can see the rotation.
What's that? Oh, Iron Max.
I'm gonna
Okay.
drop that Iron Max so you can see the rotation on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's stiff, but
Yeah.
you can see it hooked earlier.
Yep.
That's what I want for sure. Yeah, I feel the stiffness like in my glute, in my left glute.
Yeah. Well, you're not moving also. Um, Let me see something. Can you look on the screen?
Yeah.
So you see this right here?
Yep.
Okay. So what we want to do, bring the handy dandy tool there. It's so what you want to be able to do is this shoulder will go up, and then this shoulder will go down, and it creates like a slope this way. Really, like it'll be like this, okay, and everything will be on that line here.
Ah.
It's going to be exaggerated for now, but um, what it's going to allow you to do is as I don't know if you could see my camera slightly. I'm at the bottom right
I
hand
see it.
corner. Okay, so it's like here, and then as you swing, you're going to create momentum this way, right? It's not just your arm; it'll be your shoulders when they rotate into position. Okay, then it's going to allow it to really kind of generate momentum because the ball is kind of swinging through. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so
That's what Belmo does.
yeah, yeah.
That's it kind of work for him and it gets his legs under him.
So it starts here as it goes down. You can see it already wants to do it. You can see right there, but you're kind of stiff and you're not really giving the ball a good swing.
Yeah.
So kind of sell it a little bit. If you could do that, I think that's gonna help you create momentum, which
Okay.
you will use to really get the ball to project to the lane, front part lane, but also to make sure that it still reads. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because it's the
Okay.
combination of your legs and the rolling down. I think it's gonna create a nice little situation for us.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Turn a little bit more right. Yeah, let's get in that in the center. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. I mean,
We need to create a little free flowing so
yeah.
when you get the front part of the push away and it rotates back, the shoulders will automatically kind of drop on top of it, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because right now, even during, well, especially during your nose step, you're not creating a fluid rocking motion that's going to simulate what you're going to need to do. So push it up higher. There we go. Rock it, and then push your left shoulder down into the right. There we go.
Oh, that's new. Left pushing left down.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're slightly exaggerating, and then we're going to see where it ends up. But what
yeah.
it does is it frees it up so you can create momentum through the front part of the push away.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I never even thought about that before.
yeah. We've never talked about it. Um, it's been part of the plan though. So I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I
make,
guess watch
I'm
it.
making. See, these are the weird things that. Yeah, there we go. Rocket more. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Awkward, but sorry.
So on the way back, I want you to let the weight rest on your left hand. So
Okay.
you're using your left hand to push the ball up, and allows you to really loosen up your right arm. Yeah,
Makes sense. Yeah, I
that'll
thought
make
about that. I was like,
that'll
you
make
can
sure you're
almost
not
use your
muscling it.
left arm to hold it up. Yeah, you can use your left arm just kind of hold it up there in that
Yeah.
power position.
Yep. And so when you explode with your legs, it creates a whipping motion with your right arm.
Yeah. Huh. Should I try to be like following through on that same plane as well? I feel like I'd like
It doesn't matter.
flipping it right.
Yeah, you want to, but the thing of it is, because you're broad shouldered, your shoulders are going to push it right. What you want to make sure is you get the ball through the bottom before the. You don't want to lead with your right shoulder. You want your ball to get to the bottom to kind of pull your right shoulder forward or and down, if that makes sense.
Ah, okay. I actually
Yeah,
like that a lot because like your left shoulder kind of leads like everything. I feel like
yeah. And if you think
just
about
like
it,
before,
if you move your right shoulder too early, it pulls your left shoulder to the left.
and that's what I definitely do.
Yeah, and it's because that you're broad shouldered. Like people who have small shoulders, like Z or something like that, they don't have to worry about it as much because their shoulders don't move your swing that much.
Yeah.
When you're broad shouldered, it'll the further your left shoulder moves left, the more it takes your swing away from your body. There you go.
I do feel that that sling.
Yeah,
Well, I'm getting down. I feel my like stretch reflex actually is going more.
yeah,
Even the no step, I kind of like I put my head like,
yeah.
huh,
And that's what
that's
it should
cool.
do. It's connected to your. See, everything follows in line. So if we worry about one thing, everything should line up naturally. So
Yeah,
you find that one thing that's gonna like start the cascade effect, if that makes sense.
yeah. I mean, that's what you do really well. I feel like
What's that?
is you're able to find those points in people and not just
Oh
apply the
yeah.
same concept to everybody.
Well, it doesn't work with everybody because they have different body styles and
Yep.
internal tempo and everything like that. There you go. Have your hand follow the ball a little more through the bottom though.
Say it again.
Have your hand follow the ball through the bottom a little bit more. You know how you're talking about your hand goes to the right. Um,
Yeah.
we don't care about that too much. We just want your hand to follow the ball through the bottom, so the ball gets off your hand and then your hand goes to the right. If that makes sense. You have
Okay.
so much mass on your chest and shoulders that you have no choice but to get your hand to the right.
Yeah, I've been like also working out a lot and like gaining weight.
Oh,
I
that's
feel like
fun.
I've broadened myself so those like small things we're talking about are more amplified than last time.
Mm,
Because it feels so much harder to do that.
oh, there we go.
Felt that more. Probably fall a little better.
You may want to go ahead and look at the camera.
Okay.
Like this is what we've been trying to create for a while. Oh, let me change it to the. Okay. So I want you to see where your hip and the ball get aligned right there.
Yeah.
So by doing what we're doing, it allows it to sit right here. That little crevice that you create with your upper torso and your legs create like a little indentation right there.
Yeah.
See that? So the more we can keep it in there, the more we can project the ball and the more power we can create. And it also allows us to. So from here, we can just like straighten out our elbow as it's coming down, and that makes it
Yeah.
go through your fingers a little more. So it's
Okay.
like it's like okay, come on, boom. See right there? See? See how it's going into the ground a little?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll allow your fingers to extend right there. See right there?
Yeah.
That's where your rev rate goes up, but it creates a smoother, um, gets onto the lane smoother, so the ball doesn't react as quickly, but it's still revving up. So that allows it to kind of get down lane while still, recognizing what part of the lane you're in, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and try to do that.
Yeah. We worked on that for a little bit. I don't know if it was last time or not or whatever, but
Yeah. This is the next phase.
yeah.
I was going through some
Cool.
of the other videos trying to determine what kind of path we are trying to take because it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a few months. All right. Yeah, like I can watch myself and see what you're talking about, and then if I watch like pros, most of them have that spot right here, like
Yeah, that little
really, really well.
that little indentation. Yeah,
Yeah, like, I got really, really well.
like Belmo. It's a combination of your swing and your your body positioning and how well you keep that body positioning. Remember, you used to have like a redirect with your swing. You would like have a bend right there at the bottom to go a little
Yeah,
bit left. Where now
yeah,
this allows us to keep our true angle. We don't have to play
yeah,
that bend.
yeah. I remember when I first worked with you, I had like a little piece of that, and it just looked completely visually different, and the ball motion was completely different as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I get pieces of that, and then I get away from it, and then I come back to it.
Well, that's the way it works.
Yeah,
For me, I see the whole process in clips in my brain. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of way my brain works. I guess all the videos I've seen, I can see the templates laid over on top of each other.
that's cool.
Okay, more momentum this time. There we go. You got to buy into that shoulder rotation. There we go. See
All
how
right,
even
so
if you're not doing anything, it's still you can still see it kind of accelerating off your hand through the fronts.
yeah, it's definitely faster. I
Yeah.
kind of just dot.
That way you don't have to speed up your swing because what
Yep.
happens is you create a like an accordion effect when you slide and your shoulders are rotating like that and then you slide away from that that swing, then it creates tension, natural tension in your swing which creates rev rate and power and speed.
Yeah, I've been watching baseball pitchers,
Yeah.
and I've been like analyzing like what they're doing. Obviously, I know bowling's a little different, but it's actually kind of similar too.
Oh yeah.
And they really coil up, and they use all their like force from their legs and let everything kind of dip
Yeah.
um, the shoulders and stuff like after all that tension is created.
Yeah. It's like so at the height of the swing, as long as it's not too high, and you're sliding away, that creates like that elongation, that
Yeah.
stretch effect. There we go. See, you're used to creating speed with your arms.
I am for sure.
So the problem is if you use your arm for both, then if I tried to give it more rev rate, it's going to alter the speed a little bit. But if I use my legs, primarily for speed and my arm primarily to really kind of get through the ball, then I can have that. I can play with the ratio, so I can make it top heavy, more even, more bottom heavy if I really need to. So,
Yeah, we mentioned that a few times ago,
yep.
and I think it's a really good way to put it. I also wonder, like right now, how much speed I could create, like what range I can make, and then that's my swing speed and my legs. I wonder how much range I have in back.
You could probably. So,
I'm just
what
swinging.
what were your speeds before you stopped bowling?
16 to 18,
Okay, you'll probably be
as
able
well
to.
as like 18 ish,
Okay,
19.
you'll be able to do that, but plus have a deeper range with your rev rate and rotation.
Yeah. I mean, I'll usually sit around like 17. 18 was hard, but I can do it on like long patterns, I guess, because they want to read.
Yeah.
You gotta skate.
Sometimes your ball fights against itself, you know.
Yeah.
So instead of shaping it, with your combination of the rev rate and ball speed, you kind of use speed to really kind of tame it down. So sometimes it doesn't quite face up like it needs to
Yeah.
get a perfect strike. But then you have enough power to where you're going to use a lot of wall shots and stuff like that. And sometimes that's a carry anyways, but you need the option to shape it.
And like I can slow it down and shape it if I ever want to.
But you're going to be able to speed it up and still shape it. That's the thing.
Not really.
No, you will be able to after all this
Okay.
is well, all this is said and done. Because your legs are going to be used primarily for speed,
Yep.
right? And then your hands going to have enough time. Because if you're doing it with your legs, then that means I don't have to speed up my swing speed.
Yeah, it's just purely legs, and the swing is always the same.
Yeah. So make now do one steps.
One step.
Yeah. And then
All right.
what you're gonna practice is stretching out, but have slow down your swing speed a lot.
Whoa. Okay. First few might be bad.
Well, it's fine.
I haven't done a one step. It's so long.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike. Make sure you rotate your shoulders into position now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Well, I didn't expect it to be.
All right.
Oh, I like that one.
I'll get my swing slower.
But
I'm
you can.
doing this thing though, like where I'm like doing this. Right there, I went like,
Well, yeah, that's good. But it didn't. You got off your hand late. See, if you get it off your hand earlier, there's
yeah,
no way it can affect it. Even if your hand went like that, because if you start turning that ball like in your backswing, turning
yeah.
your hand like that, it would probably go towards a 7 pin. There we go. This one really, really drive with your legs on this one.
Lock my legs. Yeah. How hard should I be using like my legs through shot?
Play around with it because,
I feel like I just don't really push at them that hard, like that much.
well, it's because you're used to creating speed with your arms. If anything,
Yeah.
you could probably um, you want to get to the point where you almost feel like you're about ready to do the splits. So back away from the line so you do that.
All right.
So you have to, after you finish, you drag your leg with you, your trail leg with you. There you go.
That's way faster.
But you see
That's crazy.
how your hand feels like it's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's not as much. Yeah, I still feel like
Be,
I'm overcompensating my hand a little bit.
well, I mean it's all new, so it's going to be. So this next one, I want you to try to rotate it from your hip. Okay.
Lift from my hips.
Yeah, but don't turn your hand. Just get your fingers in a strong position. Because it looks like you're trying to, if I'm trying to get a little bit of rotation, your hand turns with the
Yeah,
ball. Just get
I
in
really feel it.
position. Yeah, get in position and just have it come palm up. Because it's really the direction of
Yeah,
your fingers, not really the rotation of your hand. You see it kind of push a little bit further right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Push, and I read earlier.
like that one actually had more angle away from you.
Really, that's cool.
Yeah,
I can't really visually. I mean, I guess I can barely tell that, but
yeah, you get used to it.
yeah.
I'll let you see this one after you take this one.
Okay. That was a crappy one, but I want to see that actually.
That's fine.
I think I'm just leaking the ball. Ah,
You see how it continue. It looks you can see it reading the front part of the lane, but it actually
yeah.
continues further out than you would expect it to be. And then
Interesting.
so see you're right next to your hip. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
You still really get the same hand motion, but the ball gets starts to get off its hand a little bit earlier. Like what if you can just put right here and just push it through, but you can see here where everything just kind of see how everything kind of rotates away.
Yeah. Should I
Let the ball keep close to your body until the bottom of the swing instead of this. See that?
Yeah, I really feel that part of it, and that's where I feel like I lose so much control.
Um, you feel like it, but you don't really. Because if you think about
Okay.
it, look at the direct, like you see where your shoulders are, but look at the direction of the ball. It still goes, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the angle, this is the angle here. There isn't very much redirect. The only reason is you're releasing it right here away from your body. If you can actually keep it in this tunnel here, right, and try to get it through this, like that, without your shoulders really, you throwing your shoulders into it, you're
Yeah.
going to create more angle, and you're probably going to create a little bit more rev rate also.
All right. Yeah,
But
I can see that.
but that's being very nitpicky because this was actually better. Like this is usable. It's just not the most optimum. Because you see when it gets
Yeah.
to your hip, you can see your the top part of your body kind of collapsing.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, there's a deceleration that can happen here with this. But if you can keep it in close, then I think that like if you can keep it here, it's right here where things start to break down. But if you can keep it in tight, keep your shoulders aligned. See how they're all aligned right there. Well, not perfect, but I think this is usable, right? If you can keep your shoulders lined up like this longer, that lets the ball get more here.
Yeah, sure.
But what happened is, see here, everything starts to break down right there. And
Yeah, my
see,
right shoulder like turns in.
yeah,
It's like the first thing. So if I think about my left shoulder
yeah,
leading with that, or even like over, what's the word? Exaggerating it, like
yeah,
turning to the right, I guess, and
yeah,
I can
just
keep
for
it
now.
closed.
But if you can keep that your palm being tight, so it kind of runs
Yeah.
this way, then
Okay.
your left shoulder will stay in front of you longer. If we can get it, so
Okay.
we can keep it here until we get right about here. See how it releases away from your body there?
Yeah, it definitely does.
So if you can get it more released here in tight, that ball's going to be going towards the 10 pin.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
No, it's cool though. Like I love looking at stuff like this.
Yeah, most people's eyes glaze over. But they ask, and I'm sitting there like, do you really want to know, or are you just asking? Because I say, I'm not sure you want to be inside my head. It's not a good place to be.
All right. Lead with the shoulder, left shoulder.
Yep. See how easy that was to get out there?
It just, you're right. It really was going to the 10 pin.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, do that again. I'm going to record this one.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's no way you should be standing that far left.
Yeah,
But,
there's zero.
yours, the way you line up is for you to release the ball away from your body.
Yeah, I know that for sure. Okay, I like really palm that, but
That's fine. So
like a
if
leak
you
them
think
out, but
about
it
it,
wasn't as bad.
you're taking away part of the lane, usable part of
Yeah,
the lane. So
yeah,
let's say that like that if you do it correctly, you have obviously unless you're standing in the gutter. If you're standing all the way left, you know you want at least, let's say I'm sliding like 35, right? That means you want, from the one board to 35, right?
Yeah.
But if you're away from your body, you're sliding 35. Let's say
It's landing.
you're taking five boards away from you.
Yeah, it's like here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that is a huge issue for me on burn
yeah. That's what
because I'm
I'm
already
thinking.
like too much in the lane,
Yeah,
and then I keep going more until I like literally have nothing left.
and you're not able to create extreme angles and still get the rotation and rev rate that you need to bring it back. So it's like a catch
Yeah.
22. When you do get in close to your body, your rev rate's different because you're using your arm, and so the ball fades, right? And then
Yeah.
you try to make sure that you rotate it and gets away from your body. There's not from your ankle to your target is not as extreme as it needs to be, and so the ball overreacts. So underreacts, overreacts, underreacts,
Yeah.
overreacts. So you spend the whole
Yeah.
day leaving like buckets or two pins and four pins.
Yes, that's I leave lots of 2 pins and 4 pins when I have no room. Like I just
Yeah,
there's nothing left.
yeah. You're
Yeah,
not creating
decrease my
natural
rep
angle.
rate or change my speed and rotation and whatever.
Yeah,
Like there's guys who can like stand all the way here, go to like the three board at like 42 feet or something, and it's like easy. Just comes on the way all the way back. If I tried that, I had to go super slow,
yeah.
and that's why I lose all my pins.
You know what you can do if you have an old bowling bag. When you're doing your one steps, place it where you have to keep the ball in tight.
Oh, so like out here, so like right here, if I'm sliding here.
Yep. So you have no choice but to keep it in tighter. Otherwise, you're going to hit the bag.
Ah,
We've actually used a chair, but if you screw up, you hurt your fingers. Either that, or you make a really loud sound
that's
when you hit the
brutal.
when you hit the chair. It'd be like
That's brutal.
bang.
Honestly, I would probably hit the chair a few times.
Yeah. Oh, without question. I know
Yeah,
I
like
I did for sure.
all right. Oh,
And by the reason you went off balance is because your shoulders rotated sideways.
yeah, I literally felt it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw it laid down. It was way over.
yeah. So you kind of get it to your target, but the angle to it is not right. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and if I try to do something, it's just not going to be the front part, right?
Yeah.
Ah, all right.
That was better. You got to feel like you're trying to throw it on the ground behind underneath that, just right just dropped it straight from your hip. Yeah, right there. It's like you're trying to put it on the ground right there. But your fingers are in the ball, so it's gonna push it forward. But you're really starting your release from behind your hip.
Um,
It'll feel like it should bounce.
I might just imagine that like into my left ankle or something,
Yeah,
like back like over on this side.
yeah,
Imagine like hitting over there.
yeah. And if you move your shoulders, you're gonna hit yourself in the back of the leg. Because if you think
Yeah,
about it, if my shoulders don't move, my feet and my swing run parallel to each other, right? But as
Yeah,
soon as
yeah.
my shoulders close, then instead of parallel, then they cross at some point. Maybe it's further down lane, or maybe it's at your ankle. So you need to make sure that at the point of release, the shoulders haven't moved.
Okay. This one.
Yep.
I need to like literally just like
Yeah, like that.
feel
In tight, in tight.
that like
No,
yeah, like
bring
really
it in
really
more.
tight.
Bring it in more. Yeah, right there.
That's so weird.
Yeah. I get it. I guarantee you've never felt that.
That feels like I'm facing that wall while going that way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But you got to figure what you're reproducing the end of your approach, right?
Yeah,
So
I mean we're
even
working our way back.
yeah. So it's going to feel weird because you're not moving. There you go. See how much angle that is?
Yeah.
You don't happen to have like a medicine ball on you, or like a bean bag or anything? Yeah, actually,
Like,
you have a
here or at
rod
home?
here.
Rosin, yeah. Yeah, I'm rosin.
Okay. Rosin, or do you have one of those dry bags? The dry bag would be better because people don't like rosin on the approach.
Um,
I don't
what
even
should I
use
use?
rosin.
I
Um.
barely use it.
But is it in a
I
plastic bag?
like a bowling bag or
No, like a. Do you store it like rosin? People usually comes in like a plastic Ziploc bag.
yeah, I don't have that. I have a shoe slide, Avalon pads,
Towel.
uh,
What about towel?
chamois. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of chamois.
Okay. So what I want you to
Like three.
do, I want you to act like you have a bowling ball, right? And then rotate it, and then try to drop it in, throw it on the ground behind you.
Behind me?
Yeah, like right straight down from your hip. There, right there. No, at the top of the swing when it's coming back down.
At the top. Okay.
Yeah,
So, like, if I was to slide into it, they want me to like slide and
and
then
then from the top of the swing, I want you to throw it down just behind your slide leg. Yeah, right
like
there,
here.
right there. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So you're gonna have to release it at the top of the swing. You're gonna have to release it a little bit earlier because it's gonna go at a slight angle.
Okay.
You probably won't be able to do it the
Yeah,
first time.
yeah.
Yeah, do it right
Interesting.
there. Yeah, like that. Now think about that with a bowling ball.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're throwing the ball into the ground back there, but the fingers will carry it forward because because there are two holes in the ball. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So like,
You could do it with a medicine ball. It's even you can actually feel it kind of roll through your fingertips if you have a medicine ball.
I
If that,
mean, I work at a gym, so I mean, there's a whole bunch of them there.
yeah. Like there's really you seen those really small ones? It's great for indoors because like if I roll it off my hand, as soon as it hits the ground, it stops and it doesn't
Yeah.
go against the wall and stuff like that. But
I might. They're like colored. They're
yeah,
like colored ones.
yeah, yeah. Weird, right?
So
So
wait,
that's
how can I
that's
fall
how
off
early
right
it
now?
has to start. It could be a
That's
little bit
from that
later.
swing.
Yeah, it could be a
Ooh.
little bit later, but not much later.
Wait, so how do I? Wait, am I trying to like release the ball from right there?
That's when you start your
Or
release. Yeah.
Like trying to come out of the ball?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
Wait,
something like that. Yeah,
I
obviously
don't
not
even.
not that high, obviously, but
Yeah,
that's really really earlier, much earlier than you're doing it now.
I mean, I'm way too late. I'm literally like in front of my body.
Yeah, yeah. So do it. Don't do it fast. Do it slow,
Yeah.
but not super slow. You know what I mean?
All right. So like right there.
Yeah. Top of your hip, right there, right there.
What the heck? I thought the ball hit next to my feet. Like,
Well, that's because you guys really have no momentum. But
yeah.
let me look at that one. I'm gonna look at that one.
I mean, it wasn't like the best effort on everything else, but I mean, that was definitely like dropped way earlier.
Yeah, but it did. If it didn't drop behind you, it was actually good. Go ahead and look at it.
Okay.
It probably felt like it almost hit you in the back of the leg, right?
Yeah, or almost hit my toe.
Yeah. No. Look.
Yeah, it wasn't even that really like close.
Yeah, but look
All
how
right.
close to your body it stays. Right
Yeah,
there.
it's just in that pocket.
And then look at this here. See that?
Yeah, it's just a line.
Yeah. Usually this shoulder at this point is out here.
Yeah. Okay.
So it doesn't feel like you really feel like it's like, you know, like dropping probably right here, right? But it doesn't, it can't because your fingers are in the ball.
I
But
mean,
you
okay.
but see how your fingers really extend on that. Look right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're super extended. But look how far out it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to the gutter.
Yeah.
What the heck?
I know it goes against everything that we've learned. It just things I've discovered, like I've been coaching since 2012, I think,
Yeah.
and I've probably learned more in that time than I have in. I've been bowling since 72, 73, somewhere around there.
Oh,
So we've been on it, but I've learned more. Having good discussions with like our old roommate G, with Alan,
yeah.
talking, with my brother and stuff like that. And it just, as I piece the information together, this is what we've come up with. And experimenting with, I know you guys are like guinea pigs to me. Well, for the better bowlers who actually will actually do some of the things that we want them to do.
Yeah.
So see
Wow.
if you
Okay. Well,
can,
I like that drill.
yeah.
I'm gonna do it a few more times. I want it to be like early, early.
You only need one chamois.
Yeah, I want to take one shot.
It's kind of crazy, right? That's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
that's just.
With a chamois in your hand, literally, once you get to the top of the swing, and slide away from it, and throw it on the ground behind you.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like that.
I
Because
mean,
you think about it, your fingers aren't drilled into the chamois, so it can't carry it forward. So it should drop right there behind you.
let's see. Drop it. Okay. It wasn't as bad as like before, honestly. I mean, I actually put my fingers on the ball. It just feels so weird.
Yeah, it's only because it's so much earlier than you're
Yeah,
used to.
but it's so much better in time than everything else. So it's just like,
Yeah, it allows you to lag more.
yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so easy to kind of just load it and just
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah. So what you got on that one is try to like when you're letting the ball go, let the shoulder drop in behind your ball.
yeah, okay.
So don't let it rotate to the outside of the ball. Have it like follow the ball. So you're gonna have to drop it. Either drop the right shoulder or lift up the left shoulder, depending on which one you're more comfortable with.
I'll try to left.
That's what I would do. There we go. But see how the ball is when it starts to read, it actually is smoother,
Yeah, it's definitely earlier,
earlier
not
and
as natural.
smoother. See that?
Yeah,
But you can see where so the way I picture it, right? So you have your swing, right? And then if you just take away any kind of rotation, it's from the top of the swing down. Okay, let's slow this down. Oops. Yeah. So it's the top of the swing down. So there should when you add rotation, it shouldn't move it off its swing plane.
okay, I see.
Like a lot of
Also, my
people.
AirPod just died,
Oh,
and I'm using one that's like really bad. So
okay, that's fine.
I may not hear every single thing you say, but I'm gonna try to angle it so I can.
No, that's fine.
Okay, clear now.
But you see what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah,
So it's just a bunch of this. So we do everything we can to stay on top of the swing. The swing plane is the most important thing. The body needs to wrap around your swing plane. Okay, so I don't know why this is not. Oh, because they lined up completely. Oh, don't tell me it locked up on me. Yeah, it locked up on me, bastard. Did it? Are you still there?
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Did it lock up on me? I don't think it did. No? Hmm. Interesting. It's acting like it's locked up, though.
What, it froze or what?
It looks like it. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, just have to open it again. But you see what we're going with this, right?
Yeah, it definitely like I feel like that'd be so repeatable and easy to do. Like once I'm just there.
And also in the heat of the moment when you're competing, the less you have to think about, the more feel there is. The less
Yeah,
the less you're gonna be because like for instance like when you're shooting 300 like you got front 11 or front 10, right? The less you're not gonna feel your body. I mean sometimes you feeling just leaves your body, right?
yeah,
And
I agree.
so the more everything kind of goes in a straight line, the less complicated everything is, the better your
Yeah,
chances of really kind of not screwing up. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, the quickest or easiest thing to really anything is just a straight line.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's
especially if like under pressure and everything and
yeah.
whatever, like making that simple as possible.
The funny thing is, like, I found that out by doing it not the right way. Like we used to practice actually my brother and my best friend, they used to practice even more than me. But my I didn't have my first sober 300 till my fourth one. Like I was placid the first three. So I couldn't even feel my face, right? You know. And so I never but I couldn't feel my body. I just kind of relied on the practice to really kind of do it.
Yep.
And I was able to really do well. Um the sober one was horrible. because because I was so nervous I couldn't feel. You know, it was like it was almost like terror. I was like, but you just
Yeah.
get going and you have to trust your training. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you feel out of control.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why you're practicing the way you are. So the more simplified we can make it, the better your chances of reproducing it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. It's like now and me coaching kids, I was like, am I that good of a role model? I'm thinking that maybe I'm not. I think maybe I'm not. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why this thing is like.
I mean, that already feels so much easier.
Yeah. It's just a matter of you trying to understand what your game really is. Oh, looks like my capture card is getting. Yeah, my capture
Messed up.
card is. Yeah, it's old. It's one of the cheaper ones. So I'll just have to get another one. But it's lived its purpose. I mean, I got good use out of it. I got really good use out of it. That's what as I said, I haven't done it in a while because
Yeah.
it stopped working, and I unplugged it, plugged it back in, unplugged, plugged it in. Hey, it works. So
It
I guess that was should have been my first clue that something was going wrong.
was giving you signs.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to really kind of recognize the signs, but hey, what can I do? Oh, that one's over here now. Ah. So go ahead and try and do that a couple times while I get this thing set up. See, these are the weird things that kind of run through my head. It's like, you know, it's not really always a good thing, but yeah, what can you do?
Yeah. All right.
Jeez. I was wondering. I said, why is it locking up? Well, there's your answer. That was in tight. I like that one.
The ball roll is nice in that one.
What's that?
The ball roll is nice.
Yeah, yeah. So the ball's not fighting against itself to really kind of, read the lane. That's what I'm saying. It's for when I look at it, in my eyes, it looks off because you can see the ball kind of fighting itself, trying to get
Yeah.
there. Well, right now everything's working together to really kind of. create the shape, if that makes sense. So for me, it's much better that way. Yeah.
Like that. Like
It
my
look
shoulder rotated out.
Yeah. If it
I
doesn't
felt
have any
horrible.
angle going away, well, it's good if it feels bad. It should feel bad. It was like
I
awful.
mean, I can literally see my shoulder rotating in front of
Yeah, that one made my skin crawl. That was just like
me.
it's like awful.
Yeah, I had a little bit of disgust right there.
If you think
Instant
about it,
disgust.
you could go against the wall, right? And stick like the right side of your face and then your right shoulder against the wall, right? And then clear it. You have to move your hips away from the wall so you can swing the ball, right?
Okay.
And then you practice kind of swinging and releasing. You have like a medicine ball or something like that. You just
Yeah.
practice. So you create a tunnel with your body, and then the wall there doesn't allow your shoulders to really kind of move forward. So that way you can get used to really kind of rolling that ball down the ramp in that section. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense. It keeps you contained
Yes.
while you're also making sure you're facing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You could do that. Let's say you have a medicine ball at home. You could practice that like 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night, and eventually
Yeah.
that would become part of your game.
Yeah. I can see that.
Oh yeah, this thing is like, yeah, this thing is dying. That's funny. Actually, that was pretty good.
I mean, I try keeping the right side of my face and shoulder kind of
Yeah, look
back,
at
like you
this one.
said.
This is pretty good.
That one felt different.
So what happens is when you do that, the shoulder elongates down, the right
Yeah.
shoulder, and so it actually stays inside your head. But it was released a little bit late, so you didn't create the angle. Like right here, you can
I,
see the angle, right?
yeah. I
But
mean, that's close.
yeah, but then you release a little bit later, and so
Yeah.
now the angle is
Out
slightly
already.
in. Yeah. So instead of getting, let's say, whatever degrees this is, let's say it's like 60 degrees, 30 degrees, right? Then you make it more like 20 degrees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have an angle tool? I do. So I have no idea where I'm going with this, but yeah, we're gonna do it anyways. So from here, let's say it's gonna go here, right? It looks like it's going that way. But what happens is instead of this, it gets there because it gets off your hand late. See?
Yeah.
So when you got the ball in your hand late, it might go left off your hand. Not by much, but enough to really, instead of getting a flush strike, you're gonna get like a 4-pin high. If that makes sense. Not
Yeah.
there's
Four
anything
pin or
wrong
even
with a
split.
yeah. Not there's anything wrong with 4-pin high, but you're not getting the angle you need to kind of get that ball, keep that ball honest, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I leave a lot of like 3-6-10, so maybe that could be something.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I leave a lot of those.
Yeah, and that's why, because you're losing some of that angle. So you have to use speed to fight the more shallow angle.
Yeah.
But if you can keep it close to your body, you create natural angle where you're going to be able to get it flush when a lot of people are going high, when a lot of people are throwing splits.
Yeah, and that's definitely like the difference of high scores and just be on the pace of scoring or
Well, the
that's
good thing
well.
is you're good till here.
Yeah. I can keep trying to exaggerate
Yep.
things. I'm gonna try something.
If you can actually keep the inside of your arm, keep it brushing your body.
Okay. I'm gonna try to keep my torso like facing like the 90 degrees away. Like
Okay.
like facing this way the whole time, even like right in my finish.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna try that.
exaggerate
So
it.
I'm kind of like opening back up.
Yeah.
If I imagine I'm like still that way, that could honestly fix it right there.
Yeah, for one ball, but yeah, it'll take a while to get in there.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. You see
It's
that?
better. I still feel like I
See
leaked
that
in. I was
movement?
late.
Yeah, but you're going
Yeah.
to though. With you saw how like the back end motion was smoother.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that was good. It looks like you're keeping that left shoulder forward more.
I mean, yeah, that one definitely felt that way. It felt actually really good. Uh,
Yeah, the more stretch on that one. I like that. The big thing is you want to stretch out so your leg, you instead of having to pick your chair leg up, when you slide
yeah.
forward, when you get stretched out long enough, it's gonna actually pull your chair leg closer to you because you don't want to do the splits. You know what I mean? But it should
Okay.
be at the last minute, just like that.
All right. You try.
It's weird, right? Because most people would jump onto their front leg too quick.
Yeah. Or they plant.
Yeah, I don't mind the plant either, though. Because you can plant. Really, a good slide is a lazy plant. If you think about it, instead of picking your foot up and then putting it down, you kind of take all the weight off your leg and you skim the top of the lane with your foot. You know what I mean? You're not putting weight on
Yeah.
it. That's what a good slide is, really. Oh, I like that one.
It definitely feels easier to just kind of keep it in that tunnel more now.
Yeah.
It was so much easier just to kind of get off my hand.
And that you can project the ball right without really trying. It's just the effort is so much less. The
Yeah.
problem is, guys especially, they it's like a comfort blanket. um, they're used to feeling the release, like really, really kind of feel themselves hit it. The problem is, in most occasions, it messes with the angle. So it's so complicated to get the ball off your hand the precise way.
Yeah, because you're so focused on trying to make it do something
Yeah.
rather than
Where
like
if
kind of letting it happen.
yeah, and if I lay everything out correctly, then it becomes like a cascade effect where one thing
Yeah,
causes another thing, and I don't have to think about it. It's like somebody will tell you, "Oh, you're coming over the top of the ball, right? You're not staying behind it, right?" Or your the whole chicken arm thing. Well, why are you chicken arm? No, you just stay behind it, keep it in. But that may work, but I have to force myself to do it. But if I get my
mm,
body aligned and I get the ball off my hand, it's in position. I'm not going to chicken arm it because everything's in line. Everything goes in a straight line.
yeah,
So if I worry about that more than trying not to chicken arm it, the chicken arm is just the result.
the symptom.
What is the source of that? That's what you got to
Yeah,
look for. So it's prevention instead of reaction.
yeah. I know a guy who was really everyone was so focused on fixing a chicken arm, but I really showed him that like, dude, it's all your body positioning, your shoulders.
Yeah,
It was like doing one of like these,
yeah.
and it's like if your body's in the right position, you're not gonna really do that.
The funny thing is, I know people who can bowl like that, but by the time the ball comes forward, it's falling in position. You know what I mean? So is it really wrong? Like if every
Oh,
time they throw it, it gets in position, is it really wrong?
yeah,
It's like one of those things. Why fix it if it's not causing a problem?
like I guess the example of that is like I hate his form, but Sean Maldonado,
Yes, Anthony
he does it.
Simonson's got a weird style, but
Yeah,
he's a
Simon
great
really
bowler.
lets go of the ball like his offense off the ball completely.
And it's like also his swing is kind of erratic. It's kind of ugly.
Yeah,
But would you really change him? Because he's a great bowler.
yeah.
you know, I'm like yeah, it's not pretty. Buttress.
Oh, dude, his like his feet. Oh my god.
It's like Fred Flintstone trying to bowl.
Yeah, really, that was bad.
Wasn't one of your better ones.
I felt it rotate.
Yeah, that was kind of awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do the medicine ball drill with green that lag by me
Yeah,
with slot.
it's what you're not. But I will say that the swing behind your hip is looking better. So you're in that power position. You gotta you gotta learn to trust that position.
Yeah, yeah, they're building that trust because obviously it feels very weird.
Yeah, to say the least. To say the least.
But I do know that it's definitely better. Like I can see it already happening.
Oh, that was pretty good. I didn't mind that one.
You did?
I did not mind that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think I spoke correctly. Let me throw that double negative on you. Yeah, psych. He's like, but you said that. No, they say you did not like it. I just, oh fuck it.
Hate it. Put your balls away. We're done.
Yeah, he's like, you suck.
You're trash. Leave Valley.
It's like shit in human form. I am
All right.
really not very supportive.
I feel like I rotated that.
Yeah.
I thought it's not shooting right.
The what you have to think about, it's like I know I hate the analogy, but it is like the spiral with the Nerf ball, right?
Yeah.
Except for you want to be able to do it without the palm of your hand um, facing sideways, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So it's like the palm of your hand should always, not always, but be facing towards the floor. It should never get to the point you know, where it's pointing the wall unless the ball is already off your hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I could try to like. Is that relate with my elbow as well? Like,
Yeah, keep your elbow in.
to just like really push my elbow in.
Yeah. Get your forearm, the front of your forearm
Yeah.
should be facing your target.
On my forearm.
The front of your forearm, the front of it.
Like the just the whole thing or like the inside of it.
The front of it should should be
All right.
going towards your target. That way your wrist is the only your hand has to be in position because it's hard to rotate
Yeah.
your hand without moving your forearm. It goes against everything that you've really kind of learned.
I mean, I feel like I was shooting a 10 pin right there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you think about it, that's almost how it's got to be. If you're
Yeah.
if you're sliding in near the gutter,
Yeah. That makes sense.
if you're in there, that ball is going towards the gutter, and you've got to get the ball has to slow down to make it back to the pocket. But
Yeah.
from the front part of the lane, it should be angled at least toward the six pin.
Yeah. That makes sense.
See that redirect? If you think about it, if I draw a straight line, from the left gutter to the 10 pin, right? And I'm throwing that ball on that target line, right? Obviously, it's
Yeah.
extreme. To get to the pocket at some point down lane, it's got to peel off of that to go into the pocket, right?
Yeah.
The earlier it peels off, the less rotation you can have,
Yep.
right? But through the front part of the lane, you're still on that straight line. You just have to determine when you want it to peel off that line.
And that's where we make the distance moves.
Yeah. And that's why by rotating your hand around, you're not allowing the ball to really kind of go through that target line.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
No.
I mean, my hardest area to control is this area right here.
Yeah.
I should get to slow down. If it does, it's too quick off the bat.
Yeah. Your shoulders, if you're against the wall, there's no way your shoulders can move like that.
Yeah.
Because your hand's going to the right place, but the shoulder collapses before you get there.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, it's slowly working its way there.
It's feeling better, and like I'm liking where this is going.
And also you're not really moving. So
Yeah.
like if you look at your screen, um
I'll go back in a second.
yeah, no, go ahead and throw one more.
It's still
No,
rotating out.
yeah.
I can now feel it much better though because of my body's more aligned.
Yep. Well, look at like this is the one before that. Right there, that's perfect body positioning right there.
Okay. Yeah.
And if that ball rolls straight down this swing in this straight, so you've got to keep it in tight the whole time. The angle it creates is going to go towards the 10 pin. And then at some point in time, it's going to veer off. Obviously, taking ball motion into account to really kind of make that happen, it's got to slow down on that target line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Alan would probably freak out if he was like. But at some point, your ball's got to slow down right about here, so that it can really get into this lane. It's like making the turn lane. So obviously you're not going to wait till last minute and then turn the wheel. You're going to start slowing down and you're going to make that turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
And like,
the target line is still towards the 10 pin. But you see here, let's see right here. This
yeah,
is
you go
good
outside of that.
till here. You're good, but then you're going to release it. Then you're like this. See how it's starting to go outside of here?
Yep.
But it's just going to take time to get that ball down to this part of that that swing line. It's got to get to this part of the swing line. The only way you can do that is to instead of your shoulders going this way. I'm only doing this so that like when you go back and listen to this recording, it'll make more sense. But so instead of your shoulders rotating this way, you need it to elongate this way. So if I can elongate it in that direction, that's going to keep that hand in tight close to your body. And that's where you're going to create this angle here. Because what
Ah.
happens is you by moving your shoulder instead of going up this target line, it is now that target line. See that? Oops, let me get this away from there. Instead of creating this, right? You now become that.
I
That.
see.
Yeah. I know it's weird. Like I don't understand why I see it, but I just do. So instead of going there, you can see it go. See that target line there? You
Yep.
see it right there. So the
Yes.
later I release it, the less angle I can create. So it's more shallow. It almost follows it
Ah,
completely. But we're trying to get it to
that is.
travel on this target line. So watch, it's going to veer away from it, right? Right? This side of the ball should be staying on this side of the line. But you can see it's losing, it's migrating too far this way.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, in my head, I see it because I've watched so much video. Um, Belmo is able to create crazy angles because his is always really close, and then he pops it off his hand.
Yeah.
You know, and so we're trying to get you to get to that place where you can keep it in tight, and then allow it to just really kind of get off of it. So
Yeah. Okay. I mean, honestly, everything you're saying makes sense, and like I'm trying to just feel it. Like I'm feeling certain things, and I feel like I'm doing certain things, but then
it's gonna take
I
a
look
while.
and it's getting better. Yeah, it's getting better.
It's like nobody ever
Definitely not
really kind
harder.
of gets there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody ever gets there right away, and it's like if you think about it, none of this would have made sense if we started talking about this a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, where we
I
have
mean,
to
I made a lot of
slowly get
progress.
your brain. We have to get your brain to really kind of accept what it can't see right now, which is the hard
Yeah,
part.
that is true. But with like the videos and stuff, like I might just go watch this back and like a few times.
Yeah.
Um, would you want to
Hey,
get like together in in like 2 weeks again and just like
yeah, we
keep
can do
working?
that. Yeah, we can do
All
that.
right. It's like I want to be more consistent, like not just once a month, like every
No, that's
couple of weeks
fine.
if possible. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, we can do like we can make it a regular 2 week on Friday kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every so often,
Okay.
we get Alan to drop in if you have any questions and stuff.
Yeah, because like we're doing stuff to make my lane play basically fit for me. Like
Yeah,
ultimately, the goal of the physical game is we're getting more ranges, making it easier. So we have easier lane play. 'Cause right now, I feel like my lane play is suffering.
yeah. Well, realistically, so my whole thing um, is to allow you to do the things Alan's going to want you to do. Because if you
Yeah.
think about it, what I do is only about 20% of the picture. 80% of the
Yeah.
picture is being able to use the tools that we're working on so that you can do what he wants you to do. So the
Yeah.
the 20% feeds into the 80%. The 80% is really the most important. Not to
Yeah.
belittle what I'm doing, but if you can't do it, then the other stuff doesn't matter. So so they work hand in hand. But the
Yeah.
creative
I
side
definitely
is
agree.
the most important part by far.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't, then everybody would be bowling the same.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, nothing would really stand out.
Yeah, yeah,
No one really try. Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Yeah,
oh yeah,
I think in my mind, doing the medicine ball drill, like I can easily do that.
yeah.
I feel
And
like for me,
the wall drill too.
yeah, the wall. I'll just combine them.
Yeah. The funny thing
I'll just,
is, with the wall drill, you have no choice but to elongate your shoulder down. If you
yeah,
think about it,
well, yeah, you do. You literally have to do it, or I'm gonna hit my shoulder into the wall.
and it's going to be really uncomfortable even if you do it right.
You're like,
So
wow, how did I do that?
yeah, but really, you want to. So the shoulder will drop down, but you want to keep the ball up against that the indentation in your hip.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that.
yeah.
Weird, right?
Like this feels so weird. But I can just tell why it's gonna work.
Well,
Like I
it's how the body works.
yeah
But I get it a lot from like Joe Slowinski. Um, he's kind of a weirdo, but um, there is some merit to what he's talking about. He gets a little bit too complicated, I think, and he thinks everybody has to you should follow that.
yeah. I'm tempted to just like keep swinging like that and then like
Yeah, do it
walk
really.
into it.
Don't get a big don't get a big swing, and just let it roll down your hand and roll slow.
It's like I mean that's like
Yeah,
there. Just my hips not open
yeah.
or yeah
You try. It's almost like you're trying to put the ball behind your left knee.
yeah.
Yeah, like that. See how slow you threw that, right? And
Yeah, it was super slow.
see how far it actually got out.
It definitely just went straight out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was just pure fingers.
yeah.
I
And
try to
if
also
you,
release it kind of early.
I know that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
And then you just put your fingers in a position to rotate the ball the way you want it. Yeah. Oop. Damn
that's just it's just so different, but
it.
it feels easy at the same time.
Yeah. But
I don't think I have to work against myself.
the reason why it traveled out is because you're creating that natural angle that I'm talking about.
Yeah, natural angle for my hips, my forearm,
Yep.
shoulder.
And you can't keep it in tight if you rotate your shoulders early. There you go.
I mean, I hooked super early.
Yeah, but look how far. See that simulates what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Reading the front part of the lane, but still traveling in that direction, and then
Yep.
it actually at the very end, really kind of
Creates
really
a
making
very
it back.
yeah, it creates a really controllable reaction
Yeah, and
because
that's what
you're
I'm
using
saying.
that. It's kind of like a fade.
A lot of times you're using speed to really kind of tame everything down, but your rotation and rev rate are fighting against it, so your ratio gets more together, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There you go.
Slows down. Yep. Slows down and they go for a strike. Oh, big one.
Yeah. If you think about it, everybody complains, if I throw it, my ball speed is down, so I'm not going to be able to control it. That show you're throwing it super slow, and you actually almost hit the pocket.
Yeah, you're right. I do think about that. Whenever I get stuck, like with lane play or like in a tournament or whatever, I'm like, I bet I can just go do a one step right now and find how to strike
Yeah.
without having the whole approach. It's really that
Easily.
simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
shot like one last season pro was like I should know. One of the first games after we worked on stuff, I did like one steps. I'm only at 250 on a pattern, just one steps. And I was really like 1v1ing someone and I beat him.
actually did it one day. It only happened once, but I bowled against the kids, and I was doing a one step with a house ball,
Oh,
and I shot like 220, and I beat the kids.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It only happened once. I only did it once, but I got bragging rights for life though. You remember that time I
oh yeah,
beat you
I mean,
guys with a house ball?
yeah, that's undeniable. Like you can't even.
Like you guys suck. But you can see how quiet your right shoulder is. It doesn't, because you're not generating stretch. It doesn't even have to move forward.
Yeah,
It should only move forward because let's say that it's like a door that's connected by a rope. If the ball goes through and then you got tension on the rope, the door will close. It shouldn't close until after the ball gets through. So if you think about it, if I'm not moving it, if I got no approach, there's no reason for my shoulders to close.
yeah, that makes sense.
It only makes sense now. Before, like last year, you'd be in your head, you'd be thinking, that guy's nuts. That's
Like, what is
why
he talking
we have
about?
to. That's why we got to build trust first. Trust
Oh yeah,
and you have to. If you don't trust the process, um, then you're not going to be able to do it. The problem is people come, they'll come for, you know, one or two lessons and then they think they got it and then they keep working on it and it doesn't work and, you know, 3 weeks later they're going back to what they used to do. And
they're
they're
upset that it did not work.
yeah. And they tell me, it just didn't work, so I had to go back. And I'm like, well, and
Eh,
me arguing with them is not going to get them anywhere. But if they get
yeah, I
better,
agree.
then it doesn't matter, right? They came to me so they can get better, and if somehow they found a way to be more consistent, then I helped with that, even though they didn't follow, what I said to a T.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely have my full trust in you and Alan. I definitely believe in what you guys
We
are saying,
appreciate
even
that.
though it's kind of hard to like always do everything, but you understand that it's a process. And I get that too.
Yeah,
But I definitely fully trust you guys, and I give us a lot of credit. Like, if I talk about like myself and bowling, I actually do mention you guys decently often.
really.
My progress, yeah,
We appreciate that.
yeah. It's not all me. Like, you guys definitely have to me. I'm very blessed, you guys.
Alan's resume is a little bit better than mine. He's got Prather and Sam
Yeah,
Cooley and
yeah.
he's like,
These are 4Ks, but I mean,
yeah. Well, me, I can say I can spell Cooley. Alan can actually say he worked with him.
but also like, there's been this like Chris By, like I talk with him when I see him and stuff. He's cool. If I see Prather, I talk with him.
I
because
love
like,
his game.
what do you say?
I love his game. Prather.
Yeah. Oh, I think he is the cleanest form of all of bowling.
Yeah.
Like it's just extremely effortless, and like he plays to his style so well.
I like BJ more too, though. I like the way he bowls.
Yeah.
There you go. I like Belmo
Slow down.
too, but I hear he's kind of a dork. I hear his reputation is earned. But you can see the angle you're getting now.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different than before.
When you go back and look at this, you're gonna see, um, how the swing, the swing line, as you're getting rid of the ball.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, if that's in line, I feel like everything comes easier too with that. Like just having all that in place, you can just create so much.
Oh yeah, because on these, like as I if I were to draw a straight line, it's gonna run straight. It's gonna run straight through it.
Yeah,
It just doesn't have enough rotation to pull it off of it. But
yeah,
then the way you add rotation is you load up in the backswing with your fingers pointing more towards your hip, but your hand
really.
still goes in the direction, you know, that it's going now. Because the ball has to travel in that on that target line. Otherwise, the rotation that you put on there doesn't matter.
That is something that we'll definitely work on later because like I feel like my rotational part, like feel, like I have barely any.
Oh, it's just a matter of you have to rotate, you have to load up earlier where you used to loading
Yeah,
up, right there at the bottom of the swing.
yeah.
And
I
you
have
have,
like no time to do it.
yeah, you have to view it your release differently. Where if I'm turning my hand, later in the swing, there's going to be a lot of times where my ball is going to go left off my hand.
Mm.
It's so what happens is if it's going left off my hand, I subconsciously am going to make an adjustment, further right to play that shallower angle. And
Oh,
that's where it starts to become complicated because at some point in time, then the angle and the rev rate and the rotation are not going to make sense. They're going to work against each
yeah,
other. So then you have to have complicated. Okay, I'm going to speed it up, but if I speed it up, then that ratio becomes different. The ball is not going to read the front part of the lane and the middle part of the lane the same way.
yeah.
And so it just becomes more complicated. Where if you can keep
Becomes
it
very messy.
simple, then it's going to make more sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I see lots of pros the first few steps are so short and simple, and then the last is where everything kind of explodes and stretches out.
Yep. The
I
pivot step
definitely want to
is
get better at that.
the pivot step is the most important part. The thing of
Yeah.
it is, you should keep your weight on your back leg until you're ready to stop.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
okay.
that's where the stretch comes from. If you think about it, pitchers they're stretching when their foot touches down, then the ball's starting to come forward. So what people are actually
Yeah.
doing as a let's say as a pitcher is before as the foot's starting to touch down, they're already trying to pull the ball forward. It's
Like
not going to
they'll go
work.
back and
Yeah,
then they.
yeah.
Cause I used to
You're
pitch.
not
I
jumping
love
into
baseball.
that pitch. You know what I mean? You're not
Yeah,
jumping into that. You know, when that foot touches down, it's not moving forward anymore.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And so
yeah. You're there.
yeah, but with you
Like
can
you
cheat
go
in
and then you.
bowling. Yeah, but you can cheat as a pitcher, as a bowler, because you
Yep.
can jump onto your foot, at the height of your swing, or even having the ball start moving forward as you're still continuing your slide. You know what I mean?
That makes a
And
lot of sense. Yeah,
where I got that out of, so Alan used to slide, right?
yeah.
And so he purposely went to planting, right? So then I have to think, well, why does that work? Well, because it's not really about the slide. It's the momentum created from that foot going forward. Whether you slide or
Oh,
step doesn't matter. The stretch is all that matters.
yeah.
Because if
I
you
mean that's
slide correctly, you're really kind of planting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you get there and everything else just funnels in.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? So for Fourth of July, I was at like Lake Erie, my family and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, and I used to play baseball. I used to pitch and everything. So I actually took the things that we've worked on, like me and you, like stretch reflex,
Hmm.
like the elastic, effect of everything stretching out. I
Yeah.
actually applied that to throwing the ball with them,
Hmm.
and everything was so much easier and like created
That's
so much more
funny.
power. I literally can see it. I can hear the spin on the ball too.
That's kind of
And the
cool.
guy I was going to, he was also a pitcher, so he showed me some more things. My wrist, like I guess this can apply. I don't know if it does or not, but like when it kind of like rubber bands off your hands, like kind of like that.
Yeah.
Basically, the same wipes over top. It's this, and then it's pulling
Yeah.
off your fingers like that.
Yeah.
Pulling the same way. It's just,
Yeah.
so I
That's
worked
how
on
Alan talks about it.
yeah. So I really worked on like everything super stretched weight, and then this, and like it was definitely spinning much more,
Oh yeah.
and it was way faster.
Yeah. Because everything's working together. You're creating. I think that so Rick calls it like the kinetic chain. Um,
Yep.
so it works from the ground up. So you got to get your foot there
Yeah.
first. You got to get your foot there first, and then everything kind of works from there,
Yeah.
right?
And that's one thing that's been hard for me in bowling, but it's getting there. Like every time we talk and stuff and
Yeah,
work, it's always getting better.
yeah. The way I look at it is you have to anchor the chain.
Yep. I mean,
And
or you get
you'll
no power from the floor. All your power you get is from the floor.
yes,
All energy is from the earth. Like we can't really do much just owning the air.
right. Now you're getting philosophical. You're scaring me. I'll be honest with you. It's like Rick is one of those guys that just can bring it all together. He can put it in words, things that you
Yeah.
feel. He can put it into words. You
Yeah.
know, it's all thought up. He thinks
He can
about
put his
everything.
crazy mind together.
Yeah. Every time that I have an opportunity to listen to him talk, I kind of
Yeah.
learn something. Like
Yeah.
Alan will sometimes like on Monday call him. I love it. When he's we're going to the bowling alley on Mondays, and he'll call him, and then they'll talk, and most time there's something in there that 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 I can use, or something that helps explain something a little bit
Yeah.
better, put into words where I can actually communicate it better. So
Yeah, you're always learning from them.
yeah, I always keep my ears
Yeah.
open when they're conversing.
I do like listening. Like yeah, why did Alan and Rich stop those Wednesday things?
I think time. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Having the time to do it.
okay. Because like I
It's
was
hard.
like getting into like listening to those more, and I was like actively writing things down and like
Yeah, yeah,
kind of like taking more. I like hearing things. Like if I'm here to, if I hear it and I'm like shown,
yeah.
and I go apply it, like that for me is the best way to learn.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
If I
Who
hear it,
knows? They may pick it up again, but for
okay,
now he's got other things that he wants to work on. So,
makes sense.
because if you think about it, so it's almost like we're taking a cross section um, from the side, and so we splice up different parts of that swing.
Yeah,
Okay, so right now we're working on the portion that's from the top of the swing down.
yeah,
From the very beginning, we worked on the front part of the swing where it's coming back.
yeah. The
Okay,
stretch.
yeah, and now that we're loading up in the back, then we work on the kinetic chain to really kind of whip it through.
Okay.
So you have to have, even though they tell you have a loose swing, there's no way you create power with a loose swing. It just can't happen. But
Yeah, I mean,
what happens
yeah.
is you create natural tension by with the pivot stepping away from the ball in your swing.
You create all that energy from the ground.
Yep. And so I don't have to increase my swing speed. It increases for me.
Mm. Can that also be like subconscious,
Yeah, absolutely.
like in a good way? Because I feel like I tend to get speed from the swing.
Yeah, but it's how you create that tension is the most important part.
Okay.
If you create tension artificially, um, it's not going to be as pure as if you create it naturally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not going to be as good or consistent.
Right. Oh, that's why it's not working. Yeah. It's like the camera locked up. Yeah, that's why. I took some videos and I was like, it's the same damn thing. Maybe he's a robot and he's doing it the same every time.
Name just yeah,
No,
just a robot.
yeah, there's no way that he would
AI.
do that. there's no way. There's no way he's that efficient. I know. You heard that one. So your main focus when you're creating, so you're really, if you think about it, we just have to change the focus. It used to be, oh wow, you stuck on that one?
Yeah,
Oh wow. So you used to really kind of like tense up your whole arm, so that you create that springing motion, right? So
yeah,
in, so if you think about it, your process was tighten up your arm and then swing it through, right? So now
yeah,
you get the ball to the back and you create tension by stretching out. So your focus will be on stretching out more than tensing up your arm.
yes.
That's the cascade
Wait,
effect that we're talking about.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right there I'm focused on like my left shoulder a little bit lower, keep everything my slot, everything under myself.
Right. But
I'm stretching out.
if you stretch out, then it does it naturally. You don't have to think about it. We're talking about it so that you know what's happening.
Yeah,
But in the scheme of things, you won't have to think about it at all.
I'm just trying to exaggerate the shoulders.
Yep. Crazy, right?
That is crazy.
Your shoulder rotation is now loose.
Yeah, I can feel the ball just dropping down without having to like force through it.
Yep. Like I said, your body will naturally wrap around the swing.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm falling through. Like I have a little pocket where it's like my eyes go over and like my shoulder. I'm trying to get like in here, which obviously aligns with everything else.
Yep.
I'm just trying to keep it in there, keep my left shoulder in front.
I missed that one. Speak of the devil.
What's up?
Alan just got home. I'm
Oh,
talking to Jay.
Oh, you want me to hop in?
If you want to,
Sure.
so you can get harassed by two people. A white guy and a brown guy.
I'm the brown
oh,
He
I
said
did
he's a
not think you
brown guy. He
said
got a tan, so you know.
that. I was not expecting that.
I think this is where you should have like ball motion kind of conversations. See what happens when you go into a full approach now.
Oh,
S- Some of that is
nice.
actually going to stay in. Just
Yeah,
bowl, just bowl.
I'm gonna move it. I'm just gonna go up and throw a ball.
Yep.
So,
Hey.
That's definitely weird.
We were working on just trying to keep his swing in tighter so we can kind of create natural angles and so we can start working on using more rotation, usable rotation.
What's up, Alan?
what's up?
How are you doing?
I'm chilling. How are you?
Good, good.
You finished school strong? Did you graduate or are you going to be like a junior or a senior?
I'll be a junior.
Gotcha.
He transferred.
Oh, you
Yeah, I'm
transferred from
transferring. Yeah,
where to?
St. Ambrose,
Where's that?
in Iowa.
Oh,
They're
okay.
actually a
That's
bowling
cool.
school.
Yeah, one of the best like teams right now. They just won everything. Um, yeah, I'll be on scholarship and everything. So
Congratulations.
I appreciate it. Appreciate
I told him we know he sucks, so you know.
it. Hey, if you guys know no one else does, that's all right. I mean, I know I do a little bit, but
Remember how the ball you weren't able to like keep it to the right side of the head pin?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's so easy to just We'll have to go there. I'm just trying to like keep that feel. I just did no steps and one step for 2 hours straight. So
Oh, that's true. But now you can start picking his brain on like things that you struggled with, in tournaments and stuff. So that also determined what we work on,
yeah,
because we need to know what's causing problems when you get into tournament play.
yeah. Um, so I guess for me, it was really fighting the over under after the lanes develop a little bit. Like after midday, once the lanes are like decently, you know, closed, all dispersed, and then the tracks there, I find a lot of over under with the 2 pin, 4 pin, 10 pin kind of thing. And then early in the day, it's been pretty good because I just try to roll like you always talk about, just roll and kind of throw harder, keep it simple. But we're trying to be able to use. There's more natural angles. I am migrating left, so I can use the early hook as well. Not like fight against me because I always run into that where I try to use it, but then I get it hooked too late. It's just sideways or it's off spot early. We talked about last lap thing.
So
we're
when
trying
you're
to
talking
find.
when you're talking about late in the day in a tournament, my thoughts are immediately the transition lines. You know what I'm talking about when I say transition lines?
Yep.
So those depletion lines end up getting wide enough to use. So through the front of the lane, that's going to be dictated a little bit by your rev rate and ball speed and that kind of stuff. But after the first maybe 20 feet ish, they all kind of tend to straighten out into roughly the same area. And so those depletion lines end up being, between 3 and 7 boards wide. So thinking about what distance you're trying to use for when you're attacking that friction.
Yeah.
Being aware of where those depletion lines are to get your ball to face up before that muddy part of the lane that you've heard me talk about so much.
Yep.
And with your rev rate, even when you're left and hooking it, you don't really need a whole lot of side rotation. Like you're certainly going to be using more side rotation than when you were on the fresh.
Yep.
But you still don't need a whole lot. So like if we're bowling on a medium pattern, they're typically going to be between 7 and 12, right? That's where the depletion lines typically are. If it's a shorter medium pattern, maybe it's closer to the gutter. If it's a longer, maybe closer to the head pin, but it's going to be somewhere in there. So really, really pay attention to those distances where you're trying you're not trying to bounce it off of the friction. You're trying to get it to see the friction and then kind of like lay there. You know what I mean? Like, so if your ball gets to like the 8th board, I don't want it to change direction as soon as it gets to the 8th board. I want it to sit on that 8th board for a pretty good of distance, like 7-10 feet, something like that. So you might be throwing it to 7 or 8 at 30 feet, and then it might not come off of the 7th or 8th board until 40 feet. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that should change.
Doing that.
Yeah, that should change the ball choice a little bit and a little bit of what you do with your hand and your speed and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because like you just said, bouncing it off of it is like not going to be ideal in most cases. I always feel you have to like kind of avoid like the money, all the depletion and everything, and like kind of spin it a little bit to like bounce it off of that. But then if it didn't see it early enough in those depletion, it would just 2-pin.
Your
like
your
washout.
your rev rate is probably too high to be thinking about using that much side rotation or that much tilt.
Okay.
Like you should be you still need rotation ranges, but you should be
Yeah.
working on speed control and like loft, that kind of thing, and maybe even some rev rate control, like how quick
Okay.
you are with your hand and that kind of stuff, more than the rotational stuff.
That makes sense.
If your rev rate was lower, or I could see you trying to use more rotation, or if you had like maybe an excessive ball speed where we could use more surface and that kind of stuff to get it to burn off rotation. Sure.
Like in the front and stuff better as well.
Right. But with what your game is right now, I don't see the benefit in that. That's
Yeah.
going to make transition pretty difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like any medium-ish pattern as well. I just get mentally caught up trying to figure it out a lot as well because I feel like everyone does, or like a lot of people do different things. So it's also hard for me to like visually like figure out what I need always.
Yeah, I
'Cause,
mean,
like,
typically the guys that play straighter, their scoring pace doesn't really change throughout a block, and then the guys
Yeah.
that hook it, they struggle on the fresh, and then they kind of crush them later in the day. So the
Yeah.
people that can put a whole block together know, okay, it's time for me to move in, and they might even do it a little bit sooner than they need to, but they just do it because they can. It's not like, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that. It's like, I'm going to do it because I can, and I don't want to get caught on the wrong side of it.
Okay. Yeah, if I'm able to recognize that,
But
before getting behind.
these distances and stuff I'm talking about with the depletion lines, you can kind of use that on every type of pattern. The medium
Yeah,
pattern
sure.
was just an example. Like on
Yeah.
the shorter patterns, that's something that the really good bowlers do, where they'll wing it at the gutter at as early as they need to, depending on how much the gutter hooks to get their ball to do the right thing. Because if you start looking at 45 feet and trying to get it to the gutter and come off of it on a short pattern, like you just kind of get
That's just
fucked
not
a lot of time. So
Yeah, that's just not it.
a lot of people are 35 feet, 30 feet, and some people even get to like 15 or 20 feet where they're throwing it at the gutter.
Yeah. I mean, on the short patterns, I actually score the highest on those because, like you said, like kind of just cut the gutter and it just sits there at the right distance. It's for me, it's like the medium long. I just like, especially the long. I just feel like it's just so off spot all the time. Like,
I mean, you're doing more or less the same thing, except if you're throwing it on a short pattern, if you're throwing it at 1, 2, 3 at 25 feet, on a medium pattern, you might be throwing it at 7, 8, 9 at 35 feet, and then on a long pattern, it might be 11, 12 or 10, 11, 12 at 40 feet.
so it's like having a mental, like quote unquote, like gutter of trying to keep it to a certain spot and distance.
It's relative to what you're seeing the field do. Like, because if we're talking about just specifically later in the day, you're really trying to picture where those depletion lines are and those carry down lines are, and try to match your ball paths up to those in a way that makes sense for your style.
Yeah.
Right, because you want to have friction to the right of you and oil to the left of you. So you want to just make sure that those depletion lines down lane are to the right of you. Through the front of the lane and at the arrows, it's not as important because you can use ball speed and loft and bowling balls and whatever to kind of get it through the front. Like that's your job. But down lane, the ball has to do the right thing. And if you're choosing the wrong distances or you're matching up to those transition lines the wrong way, then it exaggerates whatever issue you're feeling.
That probably explains why my my high games are like not super high, but my low games are really low.
Yeah, it's easy to feel that over under when they're that defined.
That makes sense. Yeah, I need to keep training my eye to see them because like I was doing really good with it, and then I just stopped like trying to work on it as much, and then I haven't bowled in a while, so like it's just seeing those again and making sense of it, but also like staying ahead. Like I feel like when I try to stay ahead of it, when I need to. I don't just do it just to do it kind of thing. Like I get to a point where I'm almost like behind transition. Like I'll forward pin. I'll be like, okay, now I have to do something rather than already being there.
Yeah, I mean, situationally, a four pin, you're less than a tenth of an inch off from striking at the pins.
Yeah.
So, if you're four pinning, I'm not super concerned. If you're 10 pinning and then four pinning and then two pinning, then there's an issue.
Yeah, I get into that late in the day.
Yeah, I would say that means you're probably using a distance too far down the lane, and you got to use something to bring it closer to you. And then
Okay.
I think figuring out how to match up to those transition lines will help you.
Okay. Yeah, that basically sums up my recent bowling, I guess. Like before this, everything. It's just like I was making a run for nationals, like ITC or ISCs, and then I was like in the cut, I believe, for game 4 out of 6 games. And the last 2 games, I just literally was not seeing the lane. And like I also keep running into this where I make lateral moves, like anticipating something. Let's say go high after I made like speed changes, and like some rev rate changes. Like whatever worked the best. Like I would do that and I would lateral move. But then I sometimes get into lateral moving too much, and then the depletion lines are still going. And in that spot where I was drying up, just isn't as early. So then I start like just two pinning as well. Well, I feel like it's gonna like keep looking early, but then it doesn't. So I'm anticipating it, but then it actually doesn't, and then I'm just stuck in this really really over under. It's very quick off of it most of the time, or I won't even see it at all in the right spot.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty common. That's just basically just telling me you're not matched up.
Yeah.
Right. Every bowler complains when I move towards the friction, my ball hooks too early and it overhooks, and then if I move away from it, my ball never hooks.
Yeah.
Right. Like the answer is going to be somewhere in terms of how you're matching up response times. You either have to move into the oil and make sure you get slow enough that the ball is reading, or you have to move into the friction and make sure you're using smooth enough motions that it's not going to overhook off the dry.
Yeah. And then like besides that, if I'm not like two pinning or four pinning or 10 pin, whatever in that situation, I also do leave more splits, and I really despise leaving those. It's always like the big four or like three, a 3, 6, 7, 10 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think that changes anything that I said.
Yeah, I'm just adding on. I just don't want my lows to be so low. It just kills me every single time.
Yeah, I mean that 10 pin 4 pin look just means you're bowling good, right? Because those turn into 2 8 10s and big fours when you're not bowling good. Like if you're not throwing it very good, then you split more. If you're throwing it really good, then they turn into 10 pins and 4 pins.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say every time you big four you threw a bad, but just
Yeah.
as a general guideline.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that's like everything I want to talk about, basically. I'm not sure what else you have to say about stuff, but I'll keep bowling more, and I'll keep building my picture, and going over that. So I definitely think staying matched up and making sure it's hooking in the right spot for how I want to play is definitely something I need to just be more uh, aware and confident about.
Cool. Is that all you're gonna work on?
Like throwing balls wise or lane play.
Yeah. I think you should try to just spend the last part of the practice just trying to strike.
Okay. I think I'm gonna move like over here because I threw so many balls, so much oil. I'll move that.
I was about to say, saw your back.
Okay. That might be better.
Should be. You should be able to see it. From this standpoint, what do you think he needs to really work on, Alan? Anything he needs to focus on, or what his eyes need to
Um,
really kind of see?
I guess I don't have a good enough picture of his game to like test him
Okay.
on a bunch of things. Challenge him to do different things. And then I'm not really familiar enough with his environment to be like, okay, this is how you're going to create that in that environment.
Okay.
Especially if he's about to go to a different school.
No, that's true. That's true.
Click on.
Is that concept?
Yeah, I just got it. I want to read earlier right now, and I'm just not doing that.
Go slower.
You got any aggressive balls you're trying to get rid of, Alan? Newer aggressive balls?
How aggressive?
Ah,
Like
didn't
early?
didn't you have like a um he Cooper has the icon, I guess. So maybe not
I
quite that strong. What'd you think of the Bionic?
Uh, I haven't liked mine.
Oh, okay.
I've seen a lot of people love it, and a lot of people not like it.
Most of the people I see throw it, I kind of like it, but Alan's
Yeah,
doing.
Greg's looks okay. I haven't liked mine personally, but
Oh, okay. You have a Bionic type of ball?
I think I
Like,
have a bionic. You could probably have. I'll probably want to throw it a little more before I give it away.
no, I get it.
Um, yeah, I'll look through the garage. Does he need it before junior gold?
No. He's not going to Junior Gold. He's slowly trying to build his arsenal. So
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, it doesn't have to happen like right away.
Yeah, for sure then.
So how come you don't like the Bionic? Is it
Um, I haven't had a lot of good like medium response time balls that I really like, and a lot of the balls that I end up using as medium a lot of the higher speed guys end up using as slower response time balls. So like that bionic for the guys that like hit it more and throw it harder, they can fill that like medium response time space. But for me, it's like I have to throw it way slower and crack on it way harder to get it to pick up, and then it makes it too quick. So I feel like I can't use it until enough friction appears in the block, and by then I already have balls that I like for that.
Okay. Yeah, Coop doesn't really hit it that hard, and he doesn't throw it fast. Not really. Hmm.
Hey, Alan, my brother's there. I'm not sure if you'll see him or not, but you see Braden McClure when he's there.
He's where?
Junior
Junior
Gold.
Gold.
Oh, I'm not going.
I'm going
Oh, you're not.
tomorrow. I'm leaving
You
tomorrow.
said, gotcha. What time are you leaving,
What?
Bryant?
Probably. Well, we fly at 1, I think. So we'll probably leave
Oh, you're
about.
flying?
Yeah, we'll probably leave about like 4 hours early because I don't know what the airport's like, with all the craziness going on.
Are you going out of Dulles?
Um, Kevin, are we going on Dulles? Yes.
I would offer to drive you guys there, but I have to drive to a tournament really early in the morning.
No, it's
Oh,
fine. What we usually do is we usually just park there so that we have something when we come back. So
Yeah, I figured, but I was going to be like, I think I'm going to be around when you get back because Brad will be here for the senior stop.
okay, I appreciate it. But so he's gonna be in town what the week after next or
Uh, I think he's going to be here between the 14th and the 16th, depending on how this tournament goes.
okay.
Um, and then he might be here a day or two after.
here, I'll try again.
Tell me where it curves relative to those rangefinders.
It was like just past the arrows. It was already hooking like a lot. Like it was already like grabbing,
Hooking
and
or
then it
slowing
went.
down?
Was it losing rotation or was it changing direction?
Uh, I think direction because I was going more out to the gutter, and it slowed down, and then it changed direction later on, or lost rotation later on. There, I'll try again. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
can visually feel it seems close to me, but maybe I'm wrong.
yeah, I saw that curve past the last rangefinder.
You can move the camera closer to the foul line.
Yeah, yeah, because I feel like it's hooking like right past the arrows, and then it's like already kind of
You
going
want
forwards after that.
you want it closer, Alan?
No, I liked the other angle better because I could see the range. I could see
Oh,
the
okay,
distances
okay,
better.
okay. Move it back
All
then. My bad.
right, I think maybe the quality is. Well, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's like really slowing down. I feel like I'm going more high.
You might go high, but that doesn't mean it hooks early.
Wait, that was later.
Yeah, that was about the same distance as the last two.
I'll
Honestly, if
try
anything, that was a touch earlier than the last one.
But it's still kind of quick on the back. Is that what you're saying?
That
Or
that one was a little bit smoother than the last couple, but the ones before it looked quicker.
okay.
Yeah, that's a way smoother motion. That's way earlier in rounder.
Or my AirPod died. What'd you say?
I said that that ion is way earlier in rounder. That was like a good 7 or 8 feet earlier than the concept.
Okay. Yeah. I see that. Yeah, I thought the console was earlier than that. All right. Try it again. All right. I definitely see what you're saying now. Oh God. It's definitely way quicker.
The concepts.
Yeah.
I just don't know if there's enough friction right now for you to be comparing it. I know the ion looks like it's more friction.
Ion just feels like it's hooking in a consistent spot. It kind of lays there. It feels good. Yeah, it's actually really different. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm still learning as well. I just really got it, honestly. So, oh,
Yeah, but I don't want you assuming a ball does something because that's how it's marketed. Like you should be able to see that pretty quickly when you're paying attention to it.
yeah.
He was talking about how good LeBron was. And I was like, LeBron better than you? He's LeBron's the greatest player besides Michael. It's like, damn, he was like, I'll never pay anybody who played with LeBron. I would never pick him up on my team. Damn. I said, why? He said, because he make them all look good. They're all really sad. That's word. He said, you know, get them, and they're not going to be the same player you want. He was talking about how good LeBron was. And I was like, LeBron better than you? He's LeBron's the greatest player besides Michael.
It's also getting shinier, but my ion's also kind of shiny still.
I would never pick him up on my
I
team.
can, it's really a good difference.
Why? He said, because he make them all look good. They're all really sad. 1, 2, 3 months and not so much as a phone call. Oh my god, that made me so nervous. I slapped you so hard. Oh, come on. Oh my god. I got slapped for nothing. Oh. 3 months and not so much as a phone call.
Yeah, that's one of those things where if I was with you every day, I'd be pretty hard on you about that because you can't be letting that marketing trick you. You got to be able to watch it for yourself.
Yeah.
3 months and not so much as a phone call. Oh my god, that made me so nervous.
Now, if you try to slow down enough, like slow your speed down enough to make that ball read as early as that ion is reading, then see how much you have to move off of it. Because
Okay.
if it's slow enough, like if the response time's slow enough when you go to throw it slower, it should still just lay there. But if it's quicker, then you're going to feel like I have to open my angles more.
Right.
This is insane.
So, what you want me to stay or move, but go slower?
You tell me. Do you think it's quicker? Or do you think it's slower?
Definitely quicker.
Okay. So if you throw it slower, do you think it's going high?
Yeah. It'll probably cross over if I throw it slow enough.
Yeah. Then I would move.
Place is as big as a cathedral. Feels like I'm having hors d'oeuvres at this VIP party. Big shop, big trolley. Am I starting to see a theme developing here? Big car, 3.6
Whoa.
Size and that is one of the best quotes in America that you can't get anymore.
There's even a farm.
Yeah, that's not even close, actually.
It's the most important things in life.
Wow. I am surprised.
I mean, you just got to ignore the marketing.
Yeah. That's actually crazy. I moved a decent amount.
Yeah, I'm sure if it feels that much quicker, then you're gonna and you throw it that much slower to make it read that early. You're gonna be moving 5 or 7 left.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's one of those things where are you purposely choosing a distance and then picking balls that let you attack that distance, or are you just picking a ball and lining up to it?
Mm. Yeah, right there. That was matching up to the ball. Yeah, this is the mine, but still, it didn't even read as early as the ion did. It still read way later. Yeah, that's not even. Dude, it's not.
It's harder to use it, isn't it?
Yeah. That's way harder.
Yeah, I use the concept after the urethane balls. So when I'm throwing the urethane balls, it's like once they get too smooth and I can't carry with them or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I've been jumping into the concept or a La Nina.
What would you do if there's no urethane allowed?
Just
And it's
throw
like
it faster
like
and use less rev rate with whatever the next slowest ball is.
All right. I mean, I do that, but sometimes like I have to let the lanes develop. If I don't have urethane with like ion max or something, it's like I'll be throwing it, trying to like just let it just literally die off, and sometimes it's just too hard. And I can't throw like extremely fast or kill my rev rate like all of it.
I mean, you could.
I mean, I can kill some for sure.
I mean, there are two-handers that are like, you see the one kid that throws the spare shots where it's like almost not rotating at all.
Andrew Blaney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see how he does that? Like there are plenty of two-handers that can lower their rev rates.
I don't even know how he does that, honestly.
I'm not saying you got to be that extreme.
Yeah.
But there's no reason you couldn't quiet your hand down a little.
Yeah.
There's no reason you couldn't
Yeah.
throw it a little faster, get a little more forward. No reason. I believe in you.
Not me. You suck.
Well, he did just gutter.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
I try to tell my all my rev rate, but I just
Well, I mean, you don't curve it that much when you're doing it.
I mean,
Like, come on. Come on. Well, I mean, you're fucking +7. My ball didn't curve when I lowered my rev rate a little bit. I had 25 less RPM and now it went in the gutter. Okay. Gotta match up. There's no reason you can't do that on the fresh when there's more back end on the lane. Why can't you do
Okay,
that?
I like doing it on fresh.
Yeah. Why? Okay. Do that same thing and throw it slower.
Sure.
Do that exact same thing with your rev rate and throw it a little slower now.
Slower?
Yeah. Same rev rate.
All right.
That wasn't slower.
Definitely felt slower. I'm not gonna lie.
Throw it slower.
All right. To be fair, I have utilized your nails to the back of the grips. Ever since you told me that, I definitely utilized that, but I also haven't really gone that good with it.
Those are just little feel moves.
I definitely like it though.
All right, this next one better go high. Like I want to see you throw it slow enough to 4-pin.
I even took away a leg drive right there.
No, just less momentum and same leg drive. Move up on the approach and still push with your legs.
That's yeah.
That was slower.
Slower.
Yeah, that ball actually read the lane. That wasn't more rev rate.
Yeah.
Can I get a cookie, please?
That's a new concept.
Coffee, please.
So move like 3 and 2 and throw it that slow with your lower rev rate.
With the concept?
Oh, with that same ball you just threw.
Ring two. All right. Because it was off spot, like after the arrows, right?
I don't know. I'm like half watching the ball while I clean my room.
So this is one way to keep the lid.
I'm gonna throw it for a snail.
Okay.
See, the ball's reading. You could probably even lower your rev rate more.
All right.
And I'm not saying you got to do this in competition right now,
Yeah.
but I do want you exploring your ranges.
It looks like balloon. It's like the size of my head. Oh, American, very sugar and supermarket.
Oh man, that ball hit so hard. Why can't who would want to lower their rev rate when their ball hits like that? That was good. That's part of the creativity that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's no reason you can't do it. It's all just friction and response time, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I need less rev rate because when I use a higher rev rate, it's too quick. Okay, but now it's not reading. Okay, well then I got to throw it slower. Okay. Even almost got a little shaker there.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could. All right. Spares at all time low. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll work on that.
Yeah, there's no reason to be a bad spare shooter.
I agree.
You wouldn't do that in competition?
I kind of like that one.
You wouldn't do that?
Okay.
That means
Remember,
no.
I was talking about the ball fighting itself. Now
Yeah.
it's not.
That ball is not fighting itself at all.
Yeah.
Now do that with the concept.
Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, okay. That's bad. Too quick.
So lower your rev rate more. Don't let it be too quick.
Yep. What are you eating? That is actually crazy. I did not think the difference in my ion and constant would be this way. I don't know.
So you can do it.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I mean, you're asking what I would do on the fresh. I would make sure my rev rate's low enough and I'm forward enough, and then match up my speed to whatever
Yeah.
I needed it to be. And I would make sure I'm picking the slowest ball that looks usable.
Yeah.
Was that your rock star?
Yep.
Okay, now that ball is significantly quicker than the other two.
Yes.
So you're probably going to have to lower your rev rate even more and match up your speed, because immediately I saw that ball not reading.
The last shot or shot before that?
Both.
Because the last one I added rev rate because it literally just went super long.
Yeah, but we don't. Why would you want to make it quicker with your hand when the response time of the ball is already that quick? Right? You're going to want to be doing that with speed more.
So even slower.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm gonna be like doing one step drill at this point.
It's fine. Who cares if you beat people? If your ball looked like that on the lane, who cares how slow you're throwing it? Right?
I mean, yeah.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because it's fun to throw it fast.
Okay, well,
No,
you're going to bowl
you're
good
right.
when there's more friction. You're not going to bowl good in oil.
See, like I can literally just do the speed if I want. I can just make it happen. Huh.
They're not exactly taking away oil on the lane these days, right? They keep putting more and more out there,
That's true.
right? So at some point you're going to have to be willing to gear down.
Yeah. I don't like maxing out what I can do early.
It doesn't look like you like minning out what you do at all, because we haven't even found where you're like, this is too uncomfortable.
Too quick. Let's rev rate.
There you go. There you go.
Even less rev rate. Okay.
That ball doesn't look very good.
It does not look good.
Yeah, it looks like you're bowling on a lot of oil.
Yeah, it's like 33 mils. No.
See, but now you're getting a sense of the response time of this ball. When you make it hook that early, when you throw it slow enough,
Yeah.
it's too quick to hook at those distances. So if you're going to use that ball and you're trying to attack, 35 feet or 30 feet on the lane, that ball's probably too quick for it most of the time.
Yeah.
Maybe later in the day it'll be okay doing that, but not near early in the day.
Yeah, definitely not.
Right? Like I'm sure if you started attacking 45 feet, you could strike with that ball.
Yeah, because I kind of just throw it and it'll match up like kind of well already. How quick it is off the back.
I mean, I know you can
Like
strike
it'll.
with it, but that doesn't mean you're matched up.
Yeah.
So you can get lined up to bad ball motion.
That's true. Is it raining there?
No. I am gonna hang up. Good work today.
Appreciate
See
it.
you later.
Yeah. Thank you for the help.
Yep, no worries.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate all the help. I'm gonna keep working. Well, like in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right.
You have your I gave you still have the link to the YouTube, right?
Yeah.
When this is done and I make sure the sounds turn okay, then I'll put it up there and I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Of
Yeah.
course. See you later.
See you.